Hey, good evening, everybody. I am Chuck Rogers, a licensed professional counselor and licensed marriage and family therapist.
And I'm Keith Dunn, and I am a network engineer.
And together we're Tabletop Coffee, right?
Yeah, where we are bold and never ever bitter.
And tonight we continue with our marriage killing series, Pile On, Fight Unfair. Stay tuned and we'll talk about it. Hey, well, tonight let's talk about this whole thing about fighting fair, fighting unfair, and piling on. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. It's when you are in an argument with, it doesn't even have to be your spouse, but
it could be anybody.
Yeah, but it really fits great with your spouse because you're in an argument about something, and then all of a sudden you use that as an opportunity to just dump more stuff on.
Right.
And it may not even pertain to what you were talking about.
Exactly. You know, the principles that we talk about typically are from the Gottmans, who talk about what you want is emotional relational intimacy, what you don't want is emotional and relational distance, and when that comes upon you, there's got to be the turn toward the sharing of your concern in a way that can be heard. So when something is bothersome to you, you feel hurt, you feel angry about what somebody said, the appropriate thing is to go to them and make a request and say, hey, can you say that differently? Can you do that differently? Can we try something this way?
Right.
But oftentimes we don't go to the other person and share our concern. We sometimes withdraw and don't share the concern, and so we stuff it away and stuff it away. We talk about that a lot. I think in the very first 5 videos.
Yeah, the dance.
Right. So we don't give our concerns. We don't share it in a way that can be heard. We just gunny sack it away. And I think sometimes the reason we don't do that is because the relationship is at peace.
Yeah.
Somebody does something. I just don't want to wreck the peace right now, so I'll just kind of store it away. But then you store it away, and you store it away until a disruption happens in the relationship, and it's kind of the thought
time for
of,
it to come out.
Yeah, since we're already mad at one another, let me go ahead and add this to what you did last week, last month, or last year while we're at it.
Such a terrible thing to do.
It is. It's piling on. It's unfair fighting, and it doesn't promote intimacy. It promotes more disconnect and a larger fight.
Okay, so I am one of those people who tends to put things away just because I do see it that way. There are so many times when I look at a relationship and I say, oh, it may not be exactly how I want it to be, but it's peaceful and, you know, it's good, you know, going home or going to the office or whatever relationship you're talking about. And then, so it's easy to tuck those things away. But yeah, it's so true.
It is.
To you know, throw that out. So what would be a better way to deal with that up front?
Well, let's pretend that you offend me in some way. You've said something to hurt me or you've said something to make me angry. It's my duty to come to you and to say, Keith, when you said that or when you did that, that didn't feel very good.
Okay.
And sometimes we think, well, you know, we all struggle. I don't really have a right to bring that up. Well, I think the right word is you have a responsibility to bring it up. You have a responsibility to the other person, to yourself, and to the relationship.
Sure.
And it actually preserves the relationship and causes it to grow.
Okay.
So the right way to do it is to figure out a good time, actually when things are going relatively well in the relationship, and approach the other person and say, this has kind of been on my head, this has kind of been on my heart, and can I make a request that we do this in our relationship a little bit differently so that you kind of keep the relationship clean as you're going forward, rather than piling on and bringing up something from the past. In the now, it's kind of like this issue, this issue, this issue, this issue. Let's keep it clean as we go forward.
So it's continually going back to that request making.
Yeah, that's one of the greatest videos.
We'll put that up there, and we'll put all the dance videos down in the description as well, because you want to go see those.
Yeah, those are really good ones. Yeah. Hey, if you liked our content, we would really appreciate it if you would subscribe.
Yeah, and ding that bell so you're notified of upcoming episodes.
Thanks, everybody. Make sure you like it.
Yep. Until next time. And that was too easy.
I know.
It was an easy start.
We're smooth, baby.
Smooth. Hey, we're smooth. We got smooth moves.
I think that we are a lot of things. I don't think smooth is one of them.
No, I think we're suave. Do you remember that video from? Well, I think we talked about that in like our 6th or 7th video, talking about Rico Suave.
Oh yes, I do remember.
Do you remember that? Rico Suave. That was so good. I can put a link to that video up here. So if you don't know who Rico Suave is.
Yeah, your presentation makes people want to go watch that.
Yeah. Trust me, it's comical. That's for sure.